You know, I honestly feel like life likes to give me a lot of hope and then shut it down, you know, out of nowhere. I always feel like I'm just in those predicaments where it's just too good to be true. Because this honestly, like, wasn't a video I wasn't expect making, which sounds like I'm doing an apology video, but it's actually exact polar opposite. It's more like a rant. I had another video planned. I'm not going to give that up. I guess I'll still post it. It's just, you know, my motivation is fully lost right now because it just sucks when you have a video that's blowing up just to get fully sniped off the platform. This particular video was almost about to reach 100,000 views. It was literally about 500 off, and it was gaining 500-ish an hour at least, if not more, meaning I would surpass well over 100k on a video.
I don't give a fuck.
Which is honestly like an accomplishing feat for me. Like, you know, that shit's actually gonna get me emotional, dude. Like the fact that I can get 100,000 views on a video just blows my mind. Because if you told me that a year ago, I just wouldn't believe you. And I guess YouTube doesn't believe in me either. That's why they took that shit down.
Yes, sir. This nigga spit.
You know, all my life, as soon as I downloaded YouTube, I always knew this is what I wanted to do. Now, obviously, I want to develop my own personality, which I did over the year. I've been on YouTube, and, you know, I'm grateful for all the 24,000 people that I have on this channel. I couldn't be, you know, even more grateful. If I could hug you guys, I would. Yeah, I'm going on a long tangent. I could rant about this for hours, dude, but it just won't solve anything. Nothing will solve it. So my recent upload, or my recent Minilad video that was titled Minilad Got What He Deserved, got striked today around 1 p.m. and it's about 5 when I'm recording this. Like I said earlier, it was literally almost at 100,000 views, which is really good for my channel, man. And, you know, it was getting, you know, hundreds of views an hour on it, and now it's just all gone. It's done. There's nothing there. 100,000 views, high algorithm placements, top search ranks. It got demonetized initially, which I thought would be enough for YouTube just to perfectly keep it there, but apparently that wasn't even enough. So I can't say I made really much money off of it, but, you know, I'm still grateful to even have it in the algorithm and have a video blow up. At least for my standards, you know, for some people 100k is nothing, but like that is such a huge accomplishment for me, and it heavily boosted my channel. Like I said, I gained 4,000 subs off that video, and, you know, it was well on its way to keep growing, and now it's just fully halted. All my channel growth has stopped. And in summary, I just explained how one of Minilad's sponsorship drops them, and I celebrated 20k at the end. I had a little like 4-minute speech, you know, thanking everybody for subbing. Like I said, YouTube has always been my dream, but now I can't even trust their own platform. I mean, I never really did because they always had a lot of issues, but like it was like happening to me I just never expected. So yeah, and if you're wondering what it got strike for, it got strike for harassment and bullying. Wow, you know, who would have thought? Shame on me for making fun of a convicted pedophile. I am obviously the person in the wrong here. Just allow me to pull an Alinity and announce my own 2-week resignation I'll be taking by myself. I might have to do what Craig said, but he actually never did himself, and that's take therapy. I might have to go to Ireland for a family visit. You know, I'm a man of many jokes. I don't like to be really serious or take a lot of things seriously. You know, I like to address all the points in the video, but do it in like a comical way to make people smile. That's all I wanted to do. But apparently YouTube just wants to see the tears roll out of their viewers' eyes and let them cry in a corner of their own fucking shame, because they never want to make anybody happy. They only care about creators that actually have over 1 million subs, which is why Minilad is perfectly fine. If you have like over 1 million subs, you're in this like hidden field that's protected, like a secret agency that YouTube's not going to ever get rid of you. And if you have an opposing view and you're not a big YouTuber, then guess what? You're gone. Criticism is not allowed, and censorship is heavily enforced. I sound like a war radical right now, but I mean, honestly, it's true. Like, you know, YouTube is just like fighting its own self at this point. What, they trended cuties for like 5 days in a row and pushed that out in the algorithm, and now like they're keeping Minilad on the platform fully monetized. Meanwhile, while they're demonetizing me for making critical videos of him and then taking them down, like, are we really at a point where we're going to defend pedophiles and try to like accumulate that into our everyday lives and act like it's not a big deal? People are trying to normalize pedophilia every day on Twitter, and it's disgusting to see. And Minilad obviously is a prime, you know, he's a council board member of that shit. And seeing YouTube do absolutely nothing with him, but yet punish the people that are actually criticizing pedophilia because, you know, it's a disgusting concept to even grasp your mind around. You know, Minilad's used to grasping his little chuckled chode into 6-year-olds in Chuck E. Cheese, but that's besides the point because YouTube wants to keep him up, right? You know, I didn't expect to become like a warlock on YouTube channel strikes because, you know, nobody even wants that. But when you get a strike on YouTube, you get an email. And this was the email I got. Hi, BriZ. Oh, I'm just so pleased to see you, Susan. Our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we're saying unfortunately because we don't actually give a shit about you.
I didn't give a fuck, man.
We think it violates our harassment, threats, and cyberbullying policy. That's right, threats, guys. What fucking threats? Like, the only thing I can recall is saying if he was homeless, I would eat a whole box of pizza in front of him while his fat ass starves and depletes himself into a goddamn 2x4. And cyberbullying and harassment, the most overlooked and overused policy that is on YouTube. If you say one negative thing about a person, that's automatically assumed to be bullying or some form of harassment somehow. Listen, YouTube, I don't know how many creators have to whitewash flood you with this over and over again, but criticism and bullying are two different words. You tended to oversaturate the word harassment to the point where if you say one negative thing about somebody else, that's automatically assumed to be some sort of bullying or some sort of harassment, which in reality is just, you know, criticism. Sure, did I make some out-of-pocket jokes? Yes, but they're jokes. They're not actually real. And to be fair, the person that I'm actually making them against is a literal pedophile. That's right, the person that used his quote-unquote mental health to get nudes, the person that manipulated multiple minors into sending them explicit pictures, the person that literally texted a teenager while she was drunk and under the influence. That person is allowed to stay on the platform, but a 16-year-old kid that just pokes some fun and criticize him is not.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's not incorporating my age for anything, because I know many like 16-year-olds. He probably raised his eyebrows when he said I was 16. His cho went up like Mount Fuji as soon as I announced my age. A felon that wants to squeeze little girls' melons is allowed on the platform, but a person that's criticizing them is just, they get their video strike. I just don't see how that makes sense. Because guess what they said next? They said, we know that how this might be disappointing. No, YouTube, I'm bouncing off of walls over this news. Trust me, I'm just shaking my hands in excitement. But it's important to us that YouTube is a safe place for all. Oh yeah, YouTube is just a safe place for all, guys. You know, it's like a daycare almost, except Benny Ladd is a daycare counselor.
No, I'm not American. I'm half English, I'm half Northern Irish.
I have no family.
It's a safe place for all. So the person that is criticizing somebody that committed a felony level crime is banished from the site, but the actual person that committed the crime is perfectly fine. Now when I say banished, I'm not going to be over dramatic. I did get a warning strike. It was my first one. You know, I sent an appeal. It's still on hold. There's really no news about it right now, but it's just still the point that YouTube is defending a literal convicted pedophile. They're keeping him on the platform and shutting down anybody that opposes him. Thankfully, a lot of YouTubers decided to help me out as well. So here's a few clips of them. Honestly, I can't thank any of you guys enough, man. Thank you for defending me and like trying to get this resolved as well along with me and uploading before I could even respond, dude. Like, I just honestly, I'm so grateful you guys decided to help me. So here's a few clips.
Mini Lad just is not to be trusted with kids, and that is that. There were a few commentators that ended up calling him out for the terrible things he did. One of them being BriZ.
Recently, a fellow commentary channel called BriZ, who makes similar content to mine, he got a strike. He made a Mini Lad video with close to 100,000 views, and it got taken down by YouTube for harassment and bullying.
We're going to be talking about a fellow YouTuber known as BriZ. Now, BriZ, for those of you that do not know, is a YouTuber with about, I think, 25k subs. He does commentary videos just like mine.
Fellow YouTuber in the commentary community space of things on YouTube actually had one of his videos deleted by YouTube for harassment and bullying by pretty much making fun of Mini Lad.
Today, one of my friends within the community got one of his videos on Mini Lad striked down. Like, he actually got a strike on his channel, meaning he can't upload for a week, and he's actually in danger of like losing his channel. All it takes is 2 more.
And honestly, if you're a YouTuber that made a Mini Lad video and you're watching this right now, I just advise you to be careful. Like, it can literally happen at like the flick of a dick. Like, it's just literally like as fast as Mini Lad pulls down his pants in a daycare, like that's how fast you can get a strike on your channel for this shit. And it's just, you know, it's just honestly a shame to see. I never thought we would live in a day where supposed to be or obligated to be defended just because of a subscriber count. Apparently, if you have a high amount of subs, you can, you know, commit second-class felonies and get away with it. And I like how YouTube's like little motto is broadcast yourself, and Mini Lad was definitely broadcasting himself to those children. He was giving a 4K motion picture film to those kids, and yet he's still up and running like nothing's happening. And I get the, you know, the bad end of the stick. I'm pretty much like bitching at this point. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to complain, annoy you guys, but it's just, it's frustrating to happen to you. I'll just say that. And I think it's pretty understandable for any aspect. You know, if you have a thing that's like getting a lot of traction, whether it's even a career or anything, and it just fully stops out of nowhere, like, you know what I mean? Like, my video was blowing up and that was high potential for me to keep going. You know, my channel is getting a lot of traction, and then it just fully stopped. You know, the fact that YouTube manually demonetized this video, knowing that it was up on their platform, leaving it up for a week, it was like a fisherman. It was like, you know, they was waiting for bait, and as soon as I got that 100,000 views, that was his bait, and that was his time to pull their fish line out of the water and, you know, I guess catch me red-handed for doing what's right in the community, you know, going against a pedophile. profile. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but if you guys want to help, you can go subscribe to my second channel just in case something happens to this one. I'll leave in the description. Don't judge the name. I sort of made it in like 10 seconds. I don't want to talk about it. Now, I was obviously pretty upset about this, so like when it first initially happened, I also made a tweet in which you guys can help as well if you go like it or retweet or just, you know, have some engagement, in which I said, you know, YouTube, can you please help? My million video with almost 100,000 views and with blowing up got striked out of nowhere. Can you please explain on how me making fun of a confirmed pedo gets struck down, but the pedo himself is still monetized and well? And, you know, I showed the screenshots of me getting that warning strike and also the potential that my video had showing that it was removed. And if you guys want to honestly help more, I would recommend liking that tweet and shit, and that would honestly mean the world. I don't know, man. I'm just kind of like mentally unhinged right now. I'm just not in a breakdown state, but I'm just half out of it, and I just don't know what to think. It's such a disappointing loss. Like, I feel like my emotions just left me. I feel drained right now. Yeah, I guess that's all for this video. If you want to talk to me on something else, you can follow my Instagram or join my Discord server. Both of those links are going to be in the description. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Slap a like on this video for your dad slaps you. Subscribe, hit my vibe, and yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. New video will be soon. It's just, you know, I hope this other video gets put back up, man. Some sad shit going on. But alright, bro, I'll catch you guys. Peace.
I put the penis in my mouth. Look at that dick, I go to cells. How I suck that dick, I'm proud. Suck that dick, I got no reason. I want my nigga, you know that he beating. Fuck my pussy, fuck it.